The following tutorial is going to show you how to create differentiated groups in your Google Meet sessions. I'm going to show you two ways. One is actually putting the Google Meet link on your banner or using that for your groups. And the other way is creating groups through assignments using those specialized nicknames. So let's start with putting the meeting link on your banner. So right now you can see mine's visible. You can go into your gear settings over here. And when you go down, this is where the student meet link is. Totally up to you whether you want to actually have that visible to students or not. If you choose to have it visible to students, just recognize that it will be on your page. But the good news is, and let me switch over to my student view, even if they click on it, they're not going to be allowed to get in because you have to be in that meeting for them to get into that. So you don't have to worry about that part. To start your meeting with only certain group members, we're going to go to classwork, click create an assignment, and call it whatever you would like. But the key thing is to put in the instructions of the time that you're going to have your meeting. And you can either paste the link in here or just tell them to click on the banner. The key now for the differentiation is when you go to assign it, you're actually going to go choose which students you're assigning it to. So this is where the differentiation comes in. You can choose whatever people. I'll make sure I choose my test subject. And then when you're ready, you can click assign. Now, the nice thing is no other student is going to get that. So let's click over to my test subject here, and we're going to refresh the page real quick. You can see the stream was updated. When I go into classwork now, they get that meeting. And if you put the link here, they could just click on there, but it says at 11 o'clock, we're going to go and we're going to click on our banner. So I click on the banner and it would start the meeting. I would start it first, obviously, and go in there to conduct my meeting. Now, if you are worried about other students clicking randomly on the meeting and joining meetings they shouldn't be, there's something else we can do. We're going to go back to our settings. And I won't lie to you, this is going to take a little bit more work, but if you want to make it super secure, this is an option. First I'm going to do is I'm going to make it not visible to students. That means it's not going to appear on the banner. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to copy that Google Meet link. So when I do that, make sure you click save because that's going to save that it's not visible to students now. When you go in, you can see there's a little eyeball with a line through it. That means they can't see it anymore. So what you're going to do is to make those groups is you're going to create that assignment. And obviously you'll give it a good title for those certain people. But this time we're going to go here. We're going to click add, and we're going to add that link. So that link is simply the copy Google Meet link. So that's your specialized one that's connected to your classroom. And then again, you're simply just going to assign it to whatever students you want in the group. So we just click on those ones and click assign. So then you would have your meeting. They can click on that link whenever, as long as you're in it as well. Now, here's the thing. So you're done with that meeting and you want to start a brand new meeting with a different group of kids. So what you have to do now is you go back in, and then when you go down to the meet, what you're going to do is rather than copying that one, you're going to reset it, and it's going to give you a brand new code. And then it's just copy and repeat what you did before. So when I go in now, I have to go in, do another one. And then obviously, same thing. I'm going to assign it as a link, paste that new one in. So those students that were in the old Google meeting, that link no longer works. It's a totally different one. And then I would just reassign it to different students. The only problem with this one as well, it looks like, yes, it's a little bit more front-loading work. And the other thing is you can't send this out ahead of time because whenever you reset that link, it's going to eliminate the other links you created. So it's usually I'm about to have a meeting at 11 o'clock. I'm going to send this out and then don't do another meeting until 11:30 when you know you can send out a new link. So there is some front-loading involved. So to create groups this way in Google Classroom, we're actually going to create assignments with the specialized nickname rather than using just this banner that we have typically in there. So I'm going to go to classwork and I'm going to create an actual assignment. You can see I have two made already. So let's do this from scratch though. So I'm going to call this Reading Group 3. So this is going to be the collection of students that I'm going to have in this specific group. I'm going to put instructions in there, but the biggest thing I want to point out is in those instructions, I'm giving them the unique nickname to the Google Meet. Remember, they can't use it and they can't go into it ahead of time without you as a teacher. The key to this is to make life easy. I'm actually going to add a link, and that link is simply going to be the meet.google.com. So you don't actually have to go in there. You could just type it in. I'm going to click add, click the link, and I'm going to put that in there to add link. This just makes it easy for students when you assign this that, oh, there's my nickname, and thanks, here's the link. I can just go there right from here. Now, the key for this is, number one, make sure you assign a topic, and I would call it reading groups or whatever group it is you're going to be working with. Then you have to assign it just to those individual students. So I have a lot in here. I'm just going to take them all out and just put in the specific one that I want in there to show you how this works. Once I have that all in there, I'm going to go in. Remember, this nickname is the important part that you want to remind the kids that this is what they're going to be entering with. So I'm just going to copy mine to make it easy for the tutorial. And I'm going to hit assign. So once it's in there, you can see reading groups, there's all the teacher's stuff going on there. So there's just that one student with that reading group. But what does this look like from a student point of view? I'm going to go over to that test student now. And I'm going to click on them. I'm going to refresh the stream so you can see it. And there you can see, he's in reading group 3. So when he clicks on that, he can read that. Oh, there it is. That's my group name. I just have to click there. And all I would have to do is just go put in that group code that's specific to my group. Then they hit continue, and they're in that meeting. So just to show you another thing is I also had another student in my Google Classroom. What does that student see who wasn't in the group? The great news is when they go to classwork, they see nothing because they weren't part of that group. So this is how you can differentiate and also have multiple reading groups ahead of time to send out to your students, because those nicknames never change and they'll always remain the same. You can keep those in there. You can turn them to drafts or lives whenever you want. And then you can always have those groups set up for you.